Started. So today I wanted to remind you that our Rikki Tikki Tavi think questions and writing prompt. Oh wait, is not the writing prompt we're starting? Is this the right one? Nope, this is not today's date. Pause the phone. So, oh, there we go. So the first read of Barrio Boy with your 5 annotations is due today, and you also should have done your easy CBM vocab. So if you haven't got that done, you have until the end of today. We're gonna write in our planners. So if you get your planners out, I'd appreciate that. And flip it to page 39 for today's date, October 8th. Thank you, Peyton. I was like, wait, this is not today's date. So what we're writing is Barrio Boy, writing prompt, and easy CBM reading comprehension due. So Barrio Boy writing prompt is due Monday, but our easy CBM reading comprehension is due by tomorrow because we want to get that in for the end of the week. The reason we're doing that is not to grade you, it's just to see where you are for reading. So don't feel stressed about getting things right or wrong. It's just we want to see what you know already, okay? And so you should have had this filled in already. Let me know in the chat if you've already written it in so we can move on. Need to do another one or just vocab? So it's another one. So we did vocab the other day. We're doing the reading comprehension today. We'll have time in class to start on your writing prompt, and then we'll be able to do the reading comprehension for the easy CBM. Good. Okay. Do we need to do another one or just vocab? Good. Test. Yes. Yes, what, Eric? Sorry, did I answer one of your questions? Okay, let's get out of here. So we're going to go to Canvas. Everybody navigate to Canvas, please. I want you to open current modules. And then you're going to go to this week, day 2. So day 2 will have today's date, which is the 8th. Okay, let me know in the chat when you're here. Say here really quickly so then I could just start reading. Hello, if you just got here, we filled in our planners for today's date. We have Barrio Boy writing prompt that's going to be due on Monday, and then we're going to be doing our easy CBM today for reading comprehension. Right now, we're going to go to Canvas and open up this week, day 2. Cool, thank you. And so while I go through the plan for day 2, you could be writing in your planner if you haven't done that already. So today, our learning goal is I could use textual evidence to support my answer. In class, we'll be digging deeper into the text by going over the writing prompt for Barrio Boy using the ACEE format. Students will you will then continue to work on the assignment independently, and you'll have time to do your reading comprehension for easy CBM. And if you don't get to finish those 2 things in class together, you'll have that to do for your asynchronous work to be due on Monday, or the easy CBM, which should be turned in at the latest tomorrow, okay? And then we have down here the same extensions that we had the other day, just to, if you have time, it's optional to look at where Ernesto grew up, look at where he went to school, and then check out the different links for checking out books, because next week we will be starting our independent reading. Okay, so everybody should be clicking next now. Let me know when you're there, where it shows the same screen as me, Barrio Boy writing prompt, in the chat, please. Thank you. And if you're just getting here, we're on Canvas right now. We went to modules, clicked on Barrio Boy writing prompt, and we're gonna get started with reading how to write our response to the essential question. So, Barrio Boy, students will be asked to respond to the writing prompt for Barrio Boy within StudySync. So we're gonna open up StudySync after this, but let's read through this. So the writing prompt is, how does Ernesto change from the beginning of the excerpt to the end? Support your writing with textual evidence and precise language that fully explains your information. So we gave you a nifty little sentence stem here to get started with your writing prompt. And it says, Ernesto changes from the beginning of the excerpt to the end by. So that's you thinking of how he's changed and what he did to make that change. And then the next sentence says, at the beginning of the excerpt, Ernesto is blank. So that blank right here, that's where you would enter, or you would type in the characteristic that describes Ernesto at the beginning when he's coming to the Lincoln School. And then the next sentence says, as seen in paragraph number. So that's where you're citing. You're going to go look for the paragraph number, and then the text that supports it goes in between these two quotations. Make sense? Thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no in the chat? Okay. So I want you to navigate to StudySync. For you, you'd click over here, right? But for me, I have to go a different way. So once you're on StudySync and you see your name on your dashboard, write in the chat that you're there, please. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so everyone sees their name on the top. On their recently viewed, or like your dashboard here, you should see close reading of Barrio Boy. I want you to click that and get that open. I'm gonna open mine a different way again. And so when you open it, you'll see 3 different tabs. You'll see intro, read, write. So in the intro, it says Ernesto Galarza was a Mexican-American union leader and writer who spent most of his life fighting for the rights of farm workers. In Barrio Boy, Galarza tells the story of how he immigrated to California and successfully navigated. We only have the prompt. Did you, okay, hold on. Did you click on the first read or the second, or the close read? Jake? So for now, you could just look and listen with what we're doing here. And then when I give you time to do it independently, I'll troubleshoot what's going on. So for now, just look at what I'm doing on Zoom. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second tab that says read. And there's that nifty writing prompt that we saw on Canvas. I want you to copy it and then go to the writing tab. And click split screen. So your screen should look just like mine. You're reading on the left side and then your writing prompt on the right. And you're gonna paste it in what we just copied from the reading section. So if you once you have that, say got it on the chat, please. Thank you, Brayden. Thank you, Bren. Okay, Nick. So right now we're on Study Sync. Let's see, Study Sync. Open close read of Barrio Boy. The prompt is the same as the close read. Oh, okay, so that should work then. Oh yeah, you're right, but so what we just copied, is that what you're talking about, Peyton? This, it looks the same, but it gives you space to write in your answers. Sorry, I noticed that too. I'm gonna separate these so we could type it in. Okay, so we're all there. I'm gonna number my paragraph so we could reference the paragraph numbers while we answer the response. So Ernesto changes from the beginning of the excerpt to the end by blank. So the prompt is the same as the close read. Got it. So don't type anything in. So for the response, is that what you're asking, Peyton? Don't type in anything there. We're typing in our answer to the writing prompt. Okay. So can somebody tell me what they think, how they think Ernesto changed from like from the beginning to the end of this excerpt? What is it that he realized at the end of what does he say at the end? What he realized?
At the end, he learns that even though he's becoming like a Mexican, he never be not proud that he's Mexican.
Right. So Ernesto changes from the beginning of the excerpt to the end by, I think what you said was that he accepted his culture and realizing it is what makes him a good American. Is that what you kind of said, Bren?
Yeah, even though he's like becoming like a American student and like living there, he shouldn't be ashamed of being Mexican.
Right. Okay, so that's what we're gonna type together. So I will paste what I write here into the chat in case you can't keep up with me typing, but I'm just letting you be aware of that. So Ernest, by accepting his culture and realizing it is what makes him a good American. So that's what you're writing right now in your response underneath the prompt. is Ernesto changes from the beginning of the excerpt to the end by accepting his culture and realizing it is what makes him a good American. And so since you have that pasted in there, I'm going to go to the next one. So at the beginning of the excerpt, Ernesto is blank. So how does Ernesto feel in the beginning of the excerpt? Can somebody type in what they think in the chat again for me, or unmute? How does Ernesto feel? We could look for this in paragraph, in the first paragraph. He's describing the school. It was one of our annotations.
Miss Torres?
Yes, sir.
My Torres says submit the assignment, so is there just only like one, like, question?
Yeah, so when I'm done helping you out with the first few responses in the writing prompt, we're gonna click submit. But unless you finished it, that's when you press submit.
I mean, I already copied and paste the thing to the the response. So what happens after that?
Once you paste it into your response here, you're going to, so we pasted in the sentence stem, and then we're filling in the blanks together, but then you're gonna fill in the rest, and then after that you submit, and then you're gonna do your comprehension questions.
What blanks from?
What blanks? So if you go to the read section on number 2, there's the writing stem. You see that?
Hold on.
Look at my screen, bud.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so those are the blanks. This is what you're copying,
So
and then
do I copy and paste
pasting.
that?
Say it again.
Do I copy and paste that?
Into the writing, into the response section in writing prompt, and then we're filling in the rest together right now. Okay?
Okay. So we're doing the first one?
So right now I copied and pasted the first response in the chat. I'll repaste it again. So, and now we're on the second one. At the beginning of the excerpt, Ernesto is blank. So how does Ernesto feel in the beginning of the read?
I'm at the first one.
So the first one, the answer is pasted inside of the chat, bud. So if you copy and paste the answer from the chat, you could put it into your response, so then we could get to the second one.
Oh, it's just, oh.
See?
It's literally the first thing that we were pasting earlier.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna move on, and we're gonna answer how Ernesto, at the beginning of the excerpt, Ernesto is, how does he feel, guys? I'm gonna start calling people's names to tell me the answer, because we answered this when we annotated the other. Say it again, Will.
Nervous.
Yes, thank you. So at the beginning of the excerpt, Ernesto is nervous. So can you tell me what paragraph you found, like we found that in? What paragraph did we find that he was nervous?
1 or 2?
It's 1. You got it. Okay. And then what quote will we put in here that describes that he's nervous from paragraph 1?
It was a new building painted yellow with a shingled roof that was not like the red tile of the school in Mass.
Good job. Thank you, Will. So it was a new building, and I'll paste this in the chat too, okay? Painted yellow with a shingled roof that was not like the red tile of the school in Mazatlan. I noticed other differences.
Oh my God.
Oh, hey bud, can you mute please, Nick?
Oh.
None of them very reassuring. Oops, I spelled very wrong. And so now we have to explain why that shows that Ernesto is nervous. So there's the response in the chat. Does somebody want to tell me why that shows that he's nervous?
He said it wasn't very reassuring.
And so when somebody isn't reassured, what does that mean?
Kind of means they're not too sure about it, which could mean they're nervous about it. They don't really fully trust it, and they're unsure.
Okay, so then we could say this quote shows that Ernesto wasn't too sure about going to this school that's different from what he's used to. Okay, and I'll paste that into the chat as well. And so now, once you get all those copied in, you guys have the free some time to finish this independently.
The whole thing just glitched.
It just glitched. Like, what happened? Is your writing still there?
Yeah, but I can't copy and paste, so I just have to write it out.
Is the copy and paste from the chat isn't working? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so I just have to write it out.
So what I could do is I'm going to copy it again. How about you exit out of your chat and bring it back open? Maybe that will help.
Mm.
Did that help, Will?
No, I don't think it's gonna work. I can just write it though, it's fine.
Okay, and then, okay, I'm sorry, bud.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so is anybody else having that issue in their chat? No? Okay. So go ahead, I'll give you some time. And then if you end up finishing this or you want to do your reading comprehension instead so you don't have to like wait, that's when you could do it. I could show you how to get there if you don't remember how. So we're in current modules. On day 2, it'll say easy CBM reading comprehension. And then it just shows you the steps to go to Symblue, click on the easy CBM icon and to log in as student, and then to type in Mrs. Hunter's name, which is different. It's just like in vocab, it's Demarshik again. And then to make sure you do the reading comprehension 7 fall.
How many questions is this writing prompt?
The writing prompt, it's just this one right here, this one response. But you're making sure that you're answering each question within the one prompt. So there's, let's see, the first question here, 1, 2, and then this quote shows. And then, so it's 3 questions right here, what we were just working on. We did 2 of them together, 1, 2, and then you're doing the last 2, or the last 3, sorry. Does that make sense? Okay, so it is 9:21. We have until 9:40. I'll call you guys back when it's time to wrap up, okay?
Oh, Miss Doris.
Yes.
So now we are working on the one that has like 5 questions on.
The one that has 5 questions. Which one is that, Nick? Are you talking about the writing
It's the one
prompt?
that you said that we didn't have to do it for the week.
Oh no. So that you could just pretend that that doesn't exist. We don't have to do that at all, bud.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So what are we working on now? I mean,
So right now we're working on the writing prompt or our reading comprehension. Okay. And then let's see. So we have, what if we accidentally already did the reading test on these? Okay, so if you already did that, you'll just have time to finish the writing prompt. And then if you already did that, we're just, I guess, just hang out and work on something else.
I already finished the writing prompt.
1 second, Nick. 1 second, bud. You were supposed to, how could you actually do it? How many questions are on the CBM? I don't know how many questions are on the CBM. I'm guessing that it's the same amount of like vocab questions that you had for the other one from the other day.
The
But
last one was 45 questions.
oh, okay. So then that shows us that if you think you could finish the writing prompt later on during your asynchronous work, that you could do your reading comprehension instead now, since you're having time. Thanks. On the CBM.
I mean, I already finished it.
Yeah.
You already finished it.
Questions for the reading thing, it has 20. The vocab only has 20. Cool. So we know. Thank you guys. You guys are so awesome at answering each other's questions. So 20 questions for the reading comprehension. And right now is the time that we're working on it. If you haven't got done, if you got done the writing prompt, that's cool too. Maybe there's something else that you didn't get done. Like if you didn't turn in your Barrio Boy annotations, if you didn't turn in your summary, if you were assigned the summary. What else? If you didn't finish your reading vocab, that could be done right now too.
Well, I think we already finished the writing prompt, so I guess we could just.
So right now, you answered what Ernesto, how Ernesto changes from the beginning to the end, and you use 2 different types of textual evidence to support that. So how many of you have already done the reading comprehension? Can you say I did really quick in the chat, please? We got Bren. So Jake, if you think, I want you to go check really quick, open up the way I showed you. I have the directions right here if you don't remember. And I want you to just verify just in case. So then you know what you could do right now. That's only 2. Okay. So you still have time to do it if you haven't done it.
Wait, can you go back to the writing prompt?
Yes. Do you need me to zoom in? Can you see that okay?
Yeah, but what is the last question?
So it says, this quote shows, okay, in the end of the excerpt, Ernesto is, and then blank. So like in the beginning, we said that he's nervous. So now
That
at the
he's
end,
confident that he's a good American.
right, perfect. So you would write that in after the word is, and then you'd find your paragraph number and the quote that goes with it. The password for the CBM, so right here. Oh, there's Hannah. The password for the Easy CBM is username, password, students, other ID, or lunch account number. Oh, the teacher password. So it's the D Marshik. Let me copy and paste it. See, let me know if that works, Sophie. And then if you just got here, right now we're working on the close reading of Barrio Boy. We're answering a writing prompt on StudySync. You're welcome. So if you could open up StudySync on your side, it'll say close read Barrio Boy. Hold on, I'll type it actually, Hannah, because I okay, now where'd it go? Don't forget to press submit if you complete your writing prompt. And that's at the bottom of the box that you're writing in for your response. Big yellow button. Let's see. Okay, so if you find yourself completing both the writing prompt and the reading comprehension already, that's great. You could go. We have until 9:40.
Can I work on the reading comprehension by myself? like without being in Zoom?
Yeah, if you totally you could do if you feel confident that you could do this on your own, go ahead. You guys could go and work on it. If you've completed both things and you all of your assignments for this class are like done with, you guys could go. I have no problem with that. Okay, bye Jake. Bye Bren. Yes, you have a good day too. Bye. Bye Mason.
So like if we need help, then we could just come to office hours.
Of course. And we still have 9 minutes in class. So if you need help now too, I could help you or
I think I got it for now, but
okay.
yeah, but if I need help, I'll just come back here. Like well, bye.
Bye Nick. Emma, is it okay if I leave my computer? Won't let me try this. Yeah, no worries. Go ahead, Emma. You do what you got to do. All right. Bye. Have a good day. Fifth period's next. Bye, Peyton. All right. If you need help, just let me know. Okay, so we only have 3 minutes left of class. You could go if you want to go, if you're still here. And we're going to 5th period. All right.